What a great introduction. What should I say now? I have nothing to say now. You said everything. Thank you all. My dear brothers, sisters, students, and my friends who accompany me. Loka Samastha Sukhino Bhavantu. Before I go into my subject, I want to tell you what is Loka Samastha Sukhino Bhavantu. There is a lady called Dr. Shelley Sachs, originally from Australia. She started a concept called Global Happiness Day in the year 2006. She came to Dubai in the year 2007 and asked few of her friends. She wanted to appoint a global happiness ambassador for the UAE. She has been traveling around the world to appoint ambassadors so that her aim was to spread global happiness bug among the people. She asked, maybe she told me 8-10 people, who is the right person in Dubai? They all said one name. They said, there is a guy sitting there. That guy happened to be me. She came to me, she said, Mr. Bose, yes. All this, her friend said, go to Mr. Bose, he's a very happy man. She asked me, what is the reason for that? What's the fundamental basis for happiness? My answer was, Loka Samastha Sukhino Bhavantu. Let the whole world be happy and contented. This is exactly happiness. If I think that I should have everything, I only should be happy, others shouldn't be happy, then there is no happiness. Happiness lies in happy, 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 and be happy in whatever you are doing, whatever you are thinking. Simple. The mantra for happiness is happy, happy, and happy. Be happy. That's it. You can be happy forever as I am. Unhappiness never, ever creep into my mind. Impossible. It will come somewhere and stop there. It will know, oh, KK Bose is there. There is no room for happiness. There is no room for unhappiness. Because I keep myself always happy. Coming back to my subject. It's a great honor and privilege that this institute, Chandragupta Institute of Management, Patna, give me an opportunity to address the students. I was also a student once upon a time. I remember my college days when I stand in front of you. My dear students, you may be by now knowing what is my mission. I have been researching on the subject, Caste, untouchability in India, for the last more than 40 years. I'll give you a few reasons for that. When I was a child, let's say 6-7 years of age, food distribution, serving of food in my own house by my own father was in different ways. Few people, the so-called touchable upper caste at the time, workers were served food within an enclosed place like this and play with plates. Whereas the rest of the workers, more than 85-90% of the workers, they were served food on the field, pitch dark, and leaves inserted. I witnessed that. Snakes, cockroaches, frogs were all roaming around in between their food. I saw it. I did not at that time. My age was 6 or 7. When I grew to 18, 17, 19, 20, I started thinking, what is it all about? Why there is such a discrimination in serving food? There I started my journey. I can tell you, law is okay, that's good for me. People say I'm a good lawyer, good earning, no problem. But that's only for my bread and butter. My blood, my whole time I spent for this purpose. Went into all our Shastras, Vedas, Puranas, Itihasas, whatever you name, whatever available, I could study. I didn't find a reason there. Other than one reason. That was before 5,000 years, this country was what we address now India. India, the name has come only within the last 300 years, not before. The name of this country was Sri Mahabharat. Sri means blessed. Mahabharat, you also know that. The great Bharat. That was the name of. Now I will say our country. I have been saying my country all the places. Because some people, they said, they may not accept what I say. So I thought I will address my country. Now I am saying our country. The name was Sri Mahabharat. There was one people, the so-called black-skinned Adivasi, aborigine people. We all know the meaning of aborigine. Adivasi, we all know that. The one color we call Ekavarna. Only the single color, black colored people at the time. That was the time before 5,000 years. The so-called Aryans, even Aryan is not a race. Now some people say they are Aryans, but Aryan is not a race. They were nomads. They were looking for greener places, agricultural fields. They came to India, aggressed on India. Name, don't worry, whatever name we call, no issue at all. Sri Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's book, if you read, he has mentioned very clearly, Aryan is not a race. They were called nomads. They came, aggressed, they saw the black-skinned Adivasi people. They enslaved them and started their rule, we can say, ruthlessly. From that time for more than 5,000 years, this is exactly what history says. Slavery was the rule of the day for more than 5,000 years in our country. Not only in our country, if you look at around the world, but many countries do not have 5,000 years of history. My country has. Our country has. Veda. Veda means knowledge. The meaning of Veda is a Sanskrit word. Meaning of Veda means knowledge. There is no other meaning for Veda. Veda means knowledge. That originated in our country. Sri Mahabharat. Now I have found my research, Aveda, that means ignorance, also originated in my country, in our country, Sri Mahabharat. Nowhere else in the world. America has a history of less than 500 years, 400 to 500 years, whereas our country has a history of 5,000 years. So how can the slavery originate in America? When the slavery was already there in Sri Mahabharat for more than 5,000 years. Why Parasurama? You must have heard of Sri Parasurama killed all the Kshatriyas. Why? Because all this because of the color difference. One should know that Varna means color. Varna doesn't have any other meaning. Varna is also a Sanskrit word. Varna means color. Chadur Varna means for color. In order to divide and rule at the time before 5,000 years, the aggressors, forget about their race, whatever it is, I don't care what race, no issue. They aggressed on my country, ruled my country ruthlessly, and in order to rule, divided the people based on the skin color. We can also, if you look at in our own room, we will find four colors very easily. The fair, they call it white. It is not that white we call this white. No. White means fair. White. Red, yellow, black. And then they found one more black, called black. And that was the color of Sri Krishna. History says that Sri Krishna was born. He was to be removed from his place of birth to another place. Otherwise, he would have been killed because his color was black. There was an unwritten law at the time in the society. If a person is born with black skin, it's a bad woman for the society. Because the white skinned people made it like that. They did not want. It was like ethnic cleansing. This is exactly what was happening in our country. 100% Adivasis, 100% aborigines in the country. Sri Mahabharat became 8% now. I'm telling everyone in India, everyone, each and everyone, anyone in India who is born to an Indian father or an Indian mother is a mixed one, including my skin color. It's mixed. I cannot say that I do not have Adivasi blood in my body. Nobody can say like that. Because for 5,000 years, the mixation has happened. Nobody can deny it. It's a fact. Then why we hate them? Where is the 8% Adivasi? They are fenced within the jungles. They are stamped as untouchable Dalits. Who stamped them? We stamped them. Don't blame the government or any one sector or people. No, everyone will have to take that blame. Each and everyone. Apart from my experience at my childhood, I had few other experiences which I want to share with you. Immediately after the earthquake in 2001 in Gujarat, I was appointed as a one-man NRI commission from Dubai to go there and investigate about the anomalies in serving or distributing relief aid to the earthquake hit area and the people. Because every day, whenever we open a newspaper in Dubai or see a TV in Dubai, we see that distribution is not made on a normal basis. It is made on caste and religious basis. I went there with a journalist. We stayed there for 10 days. I interviewed hundreds of people. The so-called untouchable lower caste people came and told me, sir, don't forget, they are telling me that after the earthquake, not before. Sir, cats and dogs can enter into the houses of human beings, but we as untouchable Dalits, we cannot enter into the houses of human beings. I was shocked. That means they are not treated even like cats and dogs. Thereafter I visited a village called Patna and Madhya Pradesh. I was a member of the World Hunger Project. We were 62 members from around the world. I was the only Indian in that group. All the rest were from Australia, Canada, London, America, Singapore, like that. To this delegation of 62 people, we went there to see how they function because we funded it. How they function. The village ladies, after giving us a reception, one of the village ladies, she stood up and took the mic and asked the delegation, do you have similar untouchability in your country? She was asking, she was addressing all those, I can say,